Hi everyone, thanks for joining Paloma Yoga. I'm Paloma. Let's go ahead and get started. So we'll start lying down and you'll need 2 blocks, one for your head and one for your upper back. So the one for your upper back is going to go the medium height or the lowest height, the wide way. And the one for your head, medium height, lowest height, preferably the same height as the one for your back. So when you lie down on the block, think about scapula, shoulder blades resting right on the block the wide way. And then your head, back of the head, resting on the second block. Bring your arms down to your sides to start. Move the hips up, draw the feet down. Allow the shoulders to relax and depress away from the ears. The upper back is spreading across the block. And then from here, you lift your arms up over your head, biceps by your ears. Catch your elbows and just allow the elbows to hang freely. So opening the upper back a little bit more, right to left. Elbows are reaching back towards the back of your mat. Soften the muscles of your face, soften your jaw. And just allow the elbows to release into the heels of your hands. And take a few breaths here, closing the eyes, and just allowing the back bend to organically occur. And sending breath into the scapula, the shoulders, and the opening of the armpits, and spreading the ribs, and finding this beautiful length in the spine. 2 more breaths. And releasing the elbows, bring your arms down. Prop yourself up onto your forearms and your elbows. Lift your head, lift your upper back. A little belly engagement to do that. And we'll move the blocks out of the way. Lie down onto your back again. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Just a little squeeze here. And flicking the shins, rocking up to your seat. And rocking back. So taking a few rock and rolls forward and back. Just a few times. And to smooth out the spine. And rocking back, rocking forward, land onto your feet, come into a forward fold. Separate the feet, let the head hang. Little bend into the knees to start. Just allow the hamstrings to release. You can straighten out one leg, straighten out the other. Just allow the crown of the head to fall towards the feet. Create length in the neck, rounding in the spine. You can draw your belly up and in and continue to breathe as the belly is engaged. Engaging the belly protects the low back. So remember, slight pull of the navel up and in towards the back of the spine. Toe heel the feet together, inner edges of the feet touch, outer ankles hugging in. Very slowly rolling up to stand. Arms by the sides for Tadasana. Move the shoulders down and back for the shoulder blades draw together. Crown of the head is lifting. Ears are lifting. On your inhale, lift your arms up over your head. Press down with your feet as you gaze up. On your exhale, fold back down. Uttanasana. On the inhale, elongate your spine away from your hips. On your exhale, plant your palms. Step your right foot back. Tap your right knee down. Sun C, Surya Namaskara C. Lift your arms up over your head, breathing in. Settle into the pose as you breathe out. Press your palms over your head. Feel the triceps engage and wrap in to press the pinkies together a little bit more. Move the arm bones back, biceps by the ears. Bend a little bit deeper into the front knee, ground down with the back shin and the front foot. Hug your left hip in, one more breath. Bring your hands down to frame your front foot, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee up. Step your left foot back, plank pose. Sternum forward, crown of the head forward, shoulders move away from the ears. Press the floor away. Slowly lower down to your belly. Untuck the toes. Baby cobra, inhale, lift the chest. Traction the hands down and back. Exhale, release the chest down. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, breathing in. On the exhale, downward facing dog. And take a full breath in here. And a deep breath out. Hug the outer upper arms in. Feel the biceps wrapping up and the triceps wrapping down. Lengthen your tailbone up, lifting the hips up as you draw the center of the heels towards the floor. They don't have to touch. And if the heels do touch, you can lift the toes, spread the toes wide. Hug the outer ankles in. Release the toes. Lift the right leg up as you breathe in. Stretch the left heel down. As you breathe out, draw the knee in towards your chest. Look forward. Step the right foot towards the right thumb. Tap the left knee down. Untuck the back toes. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, lower your hips and settle into the posture. Again, pressing the palms together. Feel the pinkies press in by engaging the triceps, wrapping them in. One more breath. Bring your hands down to frame your front foot. Tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee up. Inhale. On your exhale, lifting the chest, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift the arms up over the head, press the palms, gaze up, Urdhva Hastasana. On your exhale, bring your arms down to your sides, Tadasana. Press down as you lift up, inhale. Exhale, fold forward, hips are lifting, belly draws in. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant your palms, step your left foot back, tap your left knee down, untuck the back toes. Inhale, lift the arms. And exhale, settle. Press the palms together. Lift through the sternum, lift through the chest, drop the tailbone down. Belly's pulling up and in. And exhale, bring the hands to the floor. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Step back, plank pose, stretch the heels back, crown of the head forward. Slowly lower down to your belly. Tuck the toes, press down with the tops of the feet. Lift the knees and the shins. Lift the chest, shoulder blades draw in. Full breath in. Stay for the breath out. Another full breath in. And exhale, release the chest. Tuck the toes, lift the knees. Press down as you rise up, plank pose. And exhaling, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts, breathe in. Draw the knee towards the chest as you breathe out. Step the left foot towards the left thumb. Tap the right knee down, untuck the back toes. Arms lift over the head, press the palms. Lower the hips, lift the chest. Hands come down to frame the front foot, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee up, breathe in. Step the right foot to meet the left as you breathe out. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Root down as you lift your arms up over your head, breathing in. Hands down to the sides as you breathe out. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant palms, step your right foot back, tap your right knee down. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, bring your arms down, plant the palms, lift the back knee, step back, plank pose. Take a full breath in, shift forward. Full breath out, lower all the way down to your abdomen. Untuck the toes, press down with the tops of the feet, lift the chest, breathe in. Breathing out, lower the chest, tuck the toes. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts, breathing in. Step the right foot forward as you breathe out. Tap the left knee down. Inhale, arms lift, press the palms. Exhale, hands frame the front foot, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, inhale. Exhale, elongate your spine. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, fold forward, lift the hips, belly pulls in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot steps back, tap the left knee down. Inhale, lift the arms over the head, press the palms. Exhale, hands to frame the front foot. Step back, plank pose. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release the chest. Inhale, lift through the sides of the waist, press up, plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts, breathe in. Draw the left knee in towards the chest, step the foot forward, tap the right knee down. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, bring the hands down, tuck the toes, lift the back knee, breathe in. Breathing out, float the right foot to meet the left. Ardha Uttanasana, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, gaze up. Then exhale, arms down by your sides. Beautiful. We'll move into Sun Bees. Utkatasana, chair pose, bend the knees. Lift the arms. Tailbone to pubic bone. Heels move back. Bring the weight into the heels. Draw the shin bones back. One more breath. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. On your exhale, plant your palms. Then we'll hop or step back to chaturanga, your choice. Inhale, upward facing dog. Collarbones move right and left. Shoulders draw back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg. Open up the hip, bend the knee. Lift the knee towards the sky. Outer left hip is hugging in. Straighten out the leg, square off the hip. Step the right foot towards the right thumb. Round the left heel down. Keep the bend in your front knee, warrior one. Breathe in. Settle as you breathe out. Right ribs back, left ribs forward. Press the palms over your head. Again, engage through the triceps. Hug them in to find more pressure in the pinkies, less in the thumbs. Gaze up towards your hands. Take one more breath. Bring your hands down to frame your front foot. Step back, chaturanga. Exhale. Upward facing dog. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Lift the hips up and back. Lift the left leg. Breathe in. Open up the hip. Bend the knee as you breathe out. When you bend the knee more. Draw the left heel towards the right glute. Hug the right hip in. Stay strong in the right leg. Rotate your chest towards the floor. Straighten out the leg, square off the hips. Draw the left knee in towards the chest. Step the left foot towards the left thumb. Seal the back heel down. Warrior one, lift the arms, breathing in. And exhaling, bending deeper into the left knee. Press the palms, gazing up. One more breath. And exhale, bring the hands to the floor, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Lift the hips up and back. Full breath in. Long breath out. Bring the feet together. Gaze towards the middle of your thumbs. Lift the heels, bend the knees. Inhale. On your exhale, hop, step, or float your feet to your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Bend the knees, bring the weight into the heels. Lift the arms. Stay for another breath. Rise up, Tadasana, arms by your sides. Again, chair pose, bend the knees, sink the hips, lift the arms. Fold forward, breathing out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing, forward fold. Lift your right leg up, open up the hip, bend the knee. Straighten out the leg, square off the hip. Step the right foot towards the thumb. Seal the back heel down, warrior one. Inhale, press the palms, gaze up. Exhale, hands to frame the front foot, step it back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Left leg lifts, breathing in. Open up the hip, bend the knee as you breathe out. Straighten out the leg, square off the hip. Inhale. Exhale, step the left foot towards the left thumb. Ground the back heel down. Inhale, arms lift. Press the palms, gaze up. Exhale, hands frame the front foot, step it back, chaturanga. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale to your forward bend. 5 breaths. And from here, bring the feet together. Gaze forward. Lift the heels, bend the knees. Inhale. Exhale, hop, step, or float your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Sink the hips, bend the knees. Inhale, Tadasana. Inhale, lift your arms up over your head, press down with the feet. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Plant your palms, chaturanga. Inhale for your back bend. Exhale for your forward bend, downward facing dog. Step your right foot towards your right thumb. Keep your back heel lifted. Keep the left thigh lifting as you lower the hips. Maintain that as you rise up, crescent pose. Biceps by your ears. And then from here, bring your hands towards your ribs, right to the low ribs, and feel the bottom front ribs drop down. And take your thumbs towards your lower back ribs and feel the lower back ribs lift up. So as you're rotating your rib cage in this way, you're lifting the pelvis And you're taking out any additional back bending in the low back. Lift the arms back up over your head, breathing in. Straighten out your right leg as you breathe out. Bring your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers, bend your back knee, and you can try to lift the sole of your right foot up, round the center of the right heel down. Good. Rebend the right knee, lift the arms up over your head, breathe in. And then hop the back foot up just a little bit. Keep the back foot about 45-degree angle. Bring your arms behind your back, catch the elbows with the heels of your hands. You're in a pyramid pose here. Lift the chest, find length in the spine, breathing in. And as you breathe out, start to fold over the front thigh, belly, chest, chin. Right hip is hugging in and back. One more breath. Bring your hands down to frame your front foot. Pivot to the ball of your back foot. Ground down with your right foot as you lift your left leg for standing split. And you can stay in your standing split, focusing on hugging the outer right hip in, engaging the left leg. Plant your palms, hop your right foot back, and take a few handstand hops. Landing in a forward fold. Inhaling, rise up to stand, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold back down, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Full breath in. Long breath out. Step the left foot towards the left thumb. Keep the back heel lifted. Right thigh is lifting up, hips are lowering down. Rise up, crescent pose. Bottom front ribs are down. Bottom back ribs are lifting. Tailbone is dropping, right thigh is lifting. Two more breaths. Straighten your left leg. Bring your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers, opposite thumb on top this time. Bend the back knee. Really ground down with the ball of your right foot. Ground down with the heel of your left. Lift the sole of your foot up for one more breath. Good. Place the sole of the foot down. Rebend into the left knee. Lift the arms up over the head. Hop the back foot up a little bit. Ground down with the outer edge of the back foot. Bring the arms behind you, catch the elbows. Inhale, lift the chest, find the length. And as you exhale, hinging at the hips, draw the belly up and in towards the back of the spine. Belly, chest, chin, land on the shin. Lengthen the crown of your head towards your foot. Draw the right hip forward and the left hip back. One more breath. Release your hands to frame your front foot. Inhale, lengthen the spine. On your exhale, ground down with your left foot as you lift your right leg. Standing split. Option to stay here or plant the palms. Take a couple handstand hops. Breathing freely. And we'll land in a forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to stand. And exhale, fold all the way back down. Inhale, lengthen. On your exhale, hop, step, float back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. 5 breaths. One more breath. Look forward, step your right foot towards your right thumb. Arms lift for crescent pose. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Again, straighten out the right leg, bend the left knee. Keep the sole of the foot on the ground this time. Draw the left knee towards the floor. Curl the pelvis forward and up. Then rebend into the right knee, hinge at your hip, pause. Reach your knuckles towards the back heel. And rising up to warrior 3. Knuckles are reaching towards the center of your left heel. Outer right hip is hugging in. Lift through the right thigh bone. One more breath. Bend your right knee. Step your left foot towards the back of the mat. Bring your hands down to the floor. Press down with your palms as you swing your right leg up and back. 3-leg down dog. Open up the hip, bend the knee. Stretch the left heel down. From here, bring your right knee to your left tricep. Extend your right leg out towards the left. Ground down with the outer edge of your right foot. Press down with your right hand as you reach your left arm up and over towards the front of the space. Ground down with the edges of your feet as you lift your hips. Place your left hand down. Step your right foot back, plank pose. Drop your heels to the right, Vashisthasana, side plank. Lift the left arm, press the floor away with your right hand. Bring the left hand down. Spin the heels up, lower down chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Take a full breath in. And a long breath out. Step the left foot forward. Crescent pose, lift the arms. Straighten the left leg, interlace the fingers behind your back. Reach the knuckles towards the floor. Bend your right knee. Straighten the back leg, bend the left knee. Come forward. Reach the knuckles towards the back of the mat. Press down with the left leg as you float your right leg up, warrior 3. Engage the left thigh bone. Hug the outer right left hip in. One more breath. Step the right foot all the way towards the back of the mat. Lift the arms up, crescent pose. Bring your hands down to the floor. Swing the left leg up and back, 3-leg down dog. Open up the hip, bend the knee. Bring the left knee to the right tricep. Extend the left leg out towards the right. Flex through the foot. Keep the right heel lifting towards the ceiling as you lift your right arm. Reach it up over your head. Lift the hips. Come to the outer edge of the back foot. Ground down with both of the feet as you lift the hips. Reach the right arm forward. Bring the right hand down. Step the left foot back, plank pose. Bring the feet together. Drop the heels to the left. Lift the right arm. Press the left shoulder away from your ears as you press down with your left hand. One more breath. Bring your right hand down. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Lift your right leg as you stretch your left heel down. Step your right foot in between your thumbs. Seal your back heel down so it's parallel to the back edge of your mat. And rise up to warrior two. Sink lower into the hips, bend deep into the front knee, gaze at your right hand. Notice if your front thigh isn't parallel to the floor, can you bend your front knee a little bit more? 2 more breaths. Straighten out your right leg, bring your hands to your hips. Turn your right toes towards the center of your mat. On your inhale, lift your chest, move your elbows towards the back of the space. On your exhale, fold forward, Parsarita Padottanasana. And let the crown of your head reach towards the floor and then release your hands down. So hands are about shoulder width distance. Elbows are bent. You can use your blocks if your hands don't reach the floor. Try to bring your fingertips in line with your toes and then release the crown of your head towards the floor. Bring the weight into the balls of your feet. Keep the center of your heels rooted down as you bring the weight forward. A few more breaths here. Tailbone is lifting. Crown of the head moves away from the tailbone, lengthening the spine. On your inhale, lengthen your spine. On your exhale, keep your chest parallel to the floor. Bring your hands to your hips. Move the elbows back. On the inhale, upright your torso. Turn your right toes towards the front of the mat. Bend into your front knee. Move your left foot back a little bit to create more space. Open the arms. And we'll come into side angle. Bring your right hand to the inside or the outside of your right foot. Reach your left arm up and over alongside your ear. Keep the bend deep into your front knee. Have the knee aligned over the ankle. Rotate the chest towards the left. Tailbone draws down towards your back heel. Bring your left hand down inside of the foot. Toe heel your right foot out towards the edge of the mat. Drop your left knee down. You can stay with your hands under your shoulders, or you can bring your elbows and your forearms to the floor. Lower your hips down as much as they'll go, and just opening the left hip flexor. Hug your right knee in towards the shoulder. A few more breaths. Bring your hands under your shoulders, lift your chest. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee up. Step back, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg as you stretch your right heel down. Step the left foot in between the hands. Seal the back heel. Rise up, warrior two. And again, try to get your left thigh parallel towards the floor. Open the arms, relax the shoulders, gaze towards your left hand. One more breath. Straighten the left leg. Bring your hands to your hips. Dial your left toes to the right. Keep your feet wide, but have the edges of the feet parallel towards the back ends of the mat. From here, interlace your fingers behind your back. Draw the knuckles towards the floor. Lift your chest. Tailbone drops down. Inhale. On the exhale, fold between the legs. Lift your arms and reach your knuckles towards the right side of your mat as you drop your head. And every inhale, find a little length and space. And on the exhale, maybe you go a little bit deeper, just to find a release. Keep the weight shifting forward. One more breath. And from here, release the hands, tent the fingers, elongate your spine, inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips, keep your chest parallel to the floor. Inhale, upright your torso. And coming into side angle, so readjust the feet, turn the left toes forward, bend into the left knee. Bring your left hand to the inside or the outside of the foot. Reach the right arm up and over towards the front of your mat for extended side angle pose. Hug your left hip in, draw the tailbone towards the back of your mat. One more breath. Bring your right hand down to the inside of the left foot, toe heel the left foot out towards the left, drop the right knee down. Come onto the forearms or the elbows or stay on the hands and just release into the posture. And pay attention to the left knee, hug it in towards the shoulder. One more breath. Bring your hands under your shoulders and step back to downward facing dog. Walk your hands to the back of the mat and take your 2-piece fingers and wrap them around your big toes, Padangustasana. On the inhale, elongate your spine. And on your exhale, elbows move right to left, crown of the head towards the toes. Bring the weight forward into the balls of your feet. You can keep a slight bend into your knees or keep the legs straight and draw the chest and the ribs towards the thighs. Soften the shoulders. Find length in the neck. Two more breaths. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release your big toes. Flip up your palms. Place the palms of the hands underneath the feet. Bring the toes to the wrists. And align the 2 middle fingers towards the center of the heels. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold forward. Little bend into the elbows. Again, bringing the weight forward into the wrists. Lengthening the spine, crown of the head towards the floor. And breathing freely here. Inhale, lengthen. Release your hands from your feet. Walk your hands back to downward facing dog. Lift your right leg, open up the hip, bend the knee. Bring your right knee towards your right wrist. Lower your hips down for half pigeon. You can stay active in the half pigeon, so keep the torso lifted, the chest lifted. Press the fingertips or the palms of your hands into the mat and traction them back to draw the chest forward. Left hip is drawing forward, right hip is moving back. And we're creating a back bend here. So rather than sinking into the joints, can you press the right outer hip down? Can you press the top of the left thigh down? And can you lift the chest a little bit more? So you're keeping the engagement in the legs. One more breath. Plant the palms, tuck the back toes under, downward facing dog. Lift the left leg, open up the hip, bend the knee. Bring the left knee to the left wrist and lower the hips down for the half pigeon. Pressing down with the fingertips, draw the sternum forward. Taking a full breath in here. Settling in as you breathe out. And continuing to engage through the legs. One more breath. Plant the palms, tuck the toes, and step back to downward facing dog. Bring your feet together, walk your feet up and shorten your dog. Gaze towards the middle of your thumbs, lift the heels, bend the knees, and find your way to your seat, right in between your hands. From here, straighten out the legs. Bring your right knee in towards your chest. Keep your right foot about 1 fist width distance from the inner left thigh. Flex the left foot. Hug the right hip in, hug the right hip back, lift the chest. Bring your right hand behind your back. Tent the fingers to find a little bit more length. On the inhale, lift the left arm. And as you exhale, hook your left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Press the right palm down and rotate your chest towards the right. On the inhale, find length. And on the exhale, rotate the chest towards the right. And unwind. Extend the right leg. Draw the left knee in. Tent the back fingers, lift the chest, inhale. Lift the right arm. And on your exhale, rotate towards the left. Hook the elbow to the outside of the knee. Left shoulder back, right shoulder moves forward. And breathing deeply and softly. Breaths are even and smooth. Inhale, find the length, lift through the crown of the head. Exhale, rotate left ribs back, right ribs forward. And inhale, release. Extend the left leg. Reach the arms forward, slowly rolling onto your back. Bring your arms down to your sides. Bend your knees. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. So you're in a figure 4 here. The right foot is flexed. And see if you can press your right knee away from you using your hip flexor, the muscles in your right thigh, right outer hip to move the knee away. And then you'll toe heel your left foot towards the right side of your mat so much that the left foot comes towards the mat. Sole of the foot comes down. And you can lift your arms up over your head, catch the elbows, and just allow the legs to open. And the right knee is moving away from the body. One more breath. And unwind the legs, bring your arms to your sides, plant the feet for constructive rest, reset. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh, move the left knee away from you. Now toe heel the right foot towards the left side. Lower the sole of the left foot towards the floor. See if it can press down. Lift your arms up over your head. Catch opposite elbow, opposite hand. Allow the backs of the arms to rest on the mat. And energetically moving the left knee away from you. Two more breaths. And unwind. Bring both feet to the floor for constructive rest. Rest your arms by your sides. And we'll come into happy baby. So bring the thighs towards the ribs. And catch the outer edges of the feet. Draw the knees towards the floor. I think tailbone is drawing towards the mat as the knees hug in. And you can rock from side to side. If you want to go a little bit deeper, you can straighten out the legs. Hold on to the outer edges of the feet as the toes reach towards the floor. Again, pressing the lower back down into the mat so the tailbone is lifting up. The low back is pressing down. So think tailbone to pubic bone. And hug the knees in towards the chest. Hug your knees in. Extend the left leg. And keep hugging the right knee in and move the knee towards the right shoulder. Press the shoulders down. Allow the shoulders to depress. And on the exhale, draw the knee closer towards the shoulder. Bring the left knee in towards the chest. Extend the right knee out. Interlace the fingers around the shin. Draw the left knee towards the left shoulder. Bring your right knee in towards your chest. Rock up to your seat. And you can take Shavasana lying down, or you can come into Sukhasana, easy pose, placing the hands on the thighs. And for the next minute or so, we'll focus on the breath. And if you're sitting in Sukhasana, lift the crown of your head, align the crown of your head over the base of your spine. Take a full breath in through your nose. Take a full breath out through your mouth. Seal your lips. And we'll put a measure to the breath. We'll count to 4 on the inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll count to 5 on the exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On your own. one more round. Take a full breath in. And through the mouth, let the breath go. Bring your hands to your heart center. And take a moment to thank yourself for creating time and space for your practice today. Namaste.